Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mad Dragon Quiltern Nations Series. What a game in store this evening. France going up against the Springboks. A few changes to our regular teams, of course. A few injury concerns for France. See some changes in that front row. The attacking backline, though. BLBRE, Ramos and Damien Penaud. Always a fearsome back three. The loss of Oxenche for South Africa sees Boenventer start in that loosehead prop department, but with players like Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu in the form of their life in the number 10 shirt, along with such an attacking backline. Every single one of them world-class try scorers. We're expecting a fantastic fixture today. This game, of course, a replay match from the game that happened back in that quarterfinals in the World Cup, and what a game that one was. We're hoping for that same intensity and ferocity from both sides, who will know this game comes down sometimes to just a matter of inches and maybe just a single point along the way. Ramos then to get us kicked off and underway in France in front of this home crowd, and Pieter-Steph du Toit looking to start South Africa off strong, and Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu already with a fantastic kick over the top of 50-22, giving South Africa such an early attacking platform. Early on, only 2 minutes in, and already they find themselves up in this French 22. This is about the best start they could have hoped for. A long ball over the top now coming in by Malcolm Marks. They've held it for the maul, but actually looks like Thibaut Flamand has got involved there, not allowing the ball to come out. Ref has said use it, but shut down in the maul. Unplayable ball. France will survive an early attack. From a South African standpoint, what a great start. That is something that Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu's come into his own recently. His kicking game from hand has just been fantastic to find a 50-22 so early on. Now this French scrum going to be put under big pressure today. Of course, losing two of their most notable starting props in Cyril Bayen and the Winnie Antonio, in that starting front row is going to be a big loss against such a massive South African pack, and actually looks like the French team's been shoved off the ball here in front of the home crowd, and South Africa once again with the opportunity to try and drive forwards here, carried up just 10 metres from the line. There was room going out towards that right hand side, or they played back inside though to Cheslin Colby. Not sure if that was maybe a planned move gone slightly wrong for them. Looked like there was more room had they gone wider, and Pieter-Steph du Toit this one time. Oh, what a great shake off of the tackle coming in by Jesse Creel, who will get over for this opening score within the first 10 minutes, and it's been all South Africa so far. Pieter-Steph du Toit offering himself as that attacking player once again. The offload going out to Jesse Creel and just wriggling out of the tackle. And South Africa go over for an early score here in the Stade de France. The crowd going absolutely ballistic. They are ready for some fantastic tries today, as Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu stepping up for the first conversion of the game. It's great conditions here this evening. Kicks should be flying all evening long. 7-0 then to South Africa early on, and France will just want to try and consolidate, maybe look for a better restart. Certainly went wrong for them off that initial restart. What a great break it was by Pieter-Steph du Toit, asking all sorts of questions. So Ramos this time setting up to go the opposite way, heading out towards that right hand side, and lifted into the air is Lou Diaga and wrapped up in a maul. Once again, South Africa got to try and get that ball out, and I think once again Thibaut Flamand has got himself involved in that maul, and the ref says it can't be used once again. And this South African team struggling in an area they're normally so dependable on, and that is that physicality. When it comes to the scrums and the mauls, we expect that team to be flourishing. The first scrum going against the head, absolutely. That maul department, though, is something that's becoming a bit of a concern, maybe, for the Springbok side, as France then set up for their second scrum of the game. And it's a great initial hit once again by South Africa, who seem to just be smashing their way through the scrums at the minute, and they've got the ball once again. That's 2 from 2, and the coaches will be immensely happy with the performance coming in so far by that Springboks forward pack. And through goes Damien Dialende this time, just getting the offload away. Again, the attacking play from South Africa being brilliant so far, and France just have not found a foothold in this game as they go right out to Boenventer, who's not stopping for anyone out on that wing. The prop charging through already And this time South Africa going out towards his left-hand side on once again. Breaking through try scorer. Jesse Creel, the offload game. Just wriggling out of these tackles. The missed tackle stat for France through the roof already. Defence coaches will not be happy with how this game has gone so far. The ball miraculously getting away once again in the offloads for South Africa, who go back towards this left-hand side, and the skipper, Sia Khaleesi, trying to get that offload away once again. It's obviously a note from the coaches, that time going slightly wrong for them as Thibaut Flamand, oh, and he's got pace for a big man. Maybe now looking to make the breakaway for France's Bielbiari, oh, but chopped down by Eben Etzebeth. That's a big wall of man coming towards you in the tackle, but a big gap in that midfield once again, and Miafu breaks through the line and gets the offload to Anthony Gelange. Starting in that blindside flanker department today for France, and South Africa look very narrow once again as they play out towards his left-hand side. France and Bielbiari challenging this wing again. They are not letting him get away. Jasper Wiese, this time with a tackle. Great work by the number 8. And a little pop pass here through to Roman Entomac, trying to get around the outside, all weaving, ducking, diving, dodging. And across comes Kurtley Arendse to save the day. And South Africa managed to get the turnover and just have to go for that exit clearance kick away, asking all sorts of questions. That South Africa line has looked fabulous on attack. Defensively, though, a few holes to be wary of for the men in green. As France set up then for their first line out of the game. It's gone well so far, South Africa, but France doing just as well on their own ball. Slow recycle there for Nolan Le Goret, getting his start, of course. No Antoine Dupont in the side. Oh, as Bielbiari getting the step away, managing to get past. What a tackle by Damien Valemsa had to be made. And now the crash ball coming in by Guillard, not managing to get across that try line. Once again, they'll go for that little pop pass this time. Oh, a bit of a handling concerns. There were a huge pass going out to Paul Boudahan, who just has to try and clear it up, smashing Jesse Creel out the way. Not a great pass from the French. It's been well swept up, though, and cut back inside this time. It's Gaël Ficou smashing his way up as well. France still looking to answer back with something in this first half as they go back towards this left-hand side, and it's one-on-one as Guillard once again. What a tackle coming the sweeping cover from South Africa today. Been absolutely brilliant as a little pop pass coming in there, driven back in a dominant tackle. Damien Dialende, not the man you want to run into, but a short ball this time, and Valemsa with another fantastic try-saving tackle, and Thomas Dutoy won't be stopped as he gets across and turns over the ball. Oh, but a bit of an upset here maybe as the ball has gone over. The ref wants to check it to see whether that's gone down. There might be a couple of things to check here. Coming across, that ball looks grounded by Thibaut Flamand, who just pounced on the loose ball in the next breakdown. Thomas Dutoy did so well to get that ball in hand, and the ref has awarded the try. Well, that might have turned things on its head. Thibaut Flamand noticing Thomas Dutoy isolated after getting that steal. Maybe the rest of the South African forwards not ready for him to have collected that ball. And Thibaut Flamand turns this game on its head just before that half-time marker. We said this could be a game that comes down to some narrow point margins. And Tomo Ramos will be stepping up now to try and draw this game level. And does. You'd expect someone of his caliber to be kicking them through all day long. And that will take this game out to 7-all. Just 6 minutes before half-time. And South Africa's scramble defence was good during that phase of play, but just a few miscommunication errors. That loose pass from the offload from Sia Khaleesi really starting it off. And then a few holes in their defensive line has caused them a couple of issues there. And France managing to consolidate, managing to just sort themselves out of it just before halftime. It's taken them a long time to get into this one. And a high ball taken well by Cheslin Colby up against Barassi this time. And looking to play deep as they go out the back. Oh, and Damien Dialende, coming in with a fantastic run. Oh, and nobody's got back for him at all. Well, that's an individual piece of brilliance there, as the French defenders can't get back for him by any means, apparently. And Damien Dialende just single effort. Some of the French defenders even running away from him at that point. Damien Penaud not managing to get back. And Dielende answering back. What a pass by this man, Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu, to hit that line, playing so deep out the back of the ruck and just managing to feel that that gap in the French defence would be out there. And if you want to answer back with something, that is the way to do it. And it's 2 from 2 from Sasha today. And that will restore a bit of confidence in this South African team. And it's a big blow for France, who took so many phases to generate that attack together, only to concede the 7 back almost immediately from the kickoff. Up into the air then goes Boenventer this time, wrapped up in a maul, and France have been looking for this all day to try and hold up the man. South Africa once again trying to play it out. The clock has turned red, so they might just about escape with this one. Ref has said unplayable ball, but he's allowing it to play. The clock was just about to turn red, but use it was called just before the clock turned red, so they've allowed them to go for the scrum. It's been an area of dominance for South Africa so far in this game. And once again, it looks like South Africa got that initial drive. It's great play and got the shove on the scrum. France in all sorts of trouble at the minute, trying to deal with this, and they're not looking to stop South Africa. They want to play on, and Jesse Creel getting that offload away once again. Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu wrestled to the ground. Reinach opts to go towards his right-hand side, and through goes Malcolm Marks this time on the charge. Runs into Ramos, who will certainly want to play that one back after this game. What a great shot on the South African hooker. Wouldn't be expecting him to win a dominant tackle there. All the wide pass going out, but Cheslin Colby reading it. He's an absolute pro at it. And South Africa managing to get the ball back just before half-time, and they want to play on. They're not happy with this game. With only 7 points in the lead, they want to stamp something down in this one and looking to still go for these offload plays. This time carried up by Etzebeth. And there's a lot of gaps in this French defensive line at the minute, and looking to try and get across to get the cover. Somehow does. Out there is Roman Entomac. And breaking through the line is Jesse Creel once again, getting all the way out there. Oh, somehow gets the offload away. Out to Orense. And France managed to win the turnover on their own 5-metre line. It's so close, but France will survive. And Le Garec just gets it off the field. This French team in defence is in disarray at the minute, but they will survive. South Africa go in the lead at half-time, 14 points to 7. Well, we knew this was going to be a ferocious game. France versus South Africa, one of the best matchups in World Rugby. A replay match of that quarter-finals from the World Cup, and both teams got a point to prove. South Africa definitely starting out with a better start in this one. A fantastic 50-22 coming in by Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu, giving South Africa an early platform to launch from. The line-out been good from South Africa today. The set piece as a whole actually been absolutely fantastic and led to that initial try going in for Jesse Creel. Conversion coming in by Sasha Feinberg, and Gomezulu took them out to a 7-0 lead. The scrum department been very worrying for France. Some of their own put-ins being lost in this game. South Africa looking absolutely dominant in that scrum department, but France able to build those phases together. The scramble defence great from South Africa, holding the ball up. A turnover from Thomas Atoy felt like they'd saved them from any score, but Thibaut Flamand realising the isolated prop, able to take the ball straight off him on the ground and get over for a try after a TMO decision to bring it all level. Damien Dielende answering back straight after the restart, though. A fantastic pass once again by Sasha Feinberg, and Gomezulu is leading this team from the front, hitting that gap by Damien Dielende, and no French player could get within 2 metres of him, and able to get across for that try. 14 points to 7 at half-time. South Africa might have been looking for more right towards the end of that half, but a late turnover and being cleared by France saw was going to half-time with that 7-point lead. The set piece looking very, very dominant for South Africa. France will have a lot of questions to answer for in this second half. The referee has blown his whistle for the second half then. Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu getting us ready to be restarted. From a South African perspective, it is just try and recapture that magic that they had at the end of the first half. From France's perspective, got to do a little bit better then, as Legarek opting to go for the box kick early, just trying to play that territory game up towards South Africa's half. They have been absolutely pinned down in this first half by South Africa. The possession and territory stats both go in the way of South Africa, which shouldn't surprise too many people given the dominance we've seen so far today. Slow ball for South Africa. That isn't something we've seen across this game. The recycling speed for South Africa has been brilliant, along with the offloading game, and France have just got to try and slow that down a little bit here. As an inside pass, the referee though saying offside going in against Anthony Jalanche for that ruck. The inside ball, he was just getting off the line a little bit too quickly. Now this could be within range for Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu, and looks like changes being made for France there. That is Deporter coming on in the centre department. Looks like Barassi has gone off for him. Sasha Feinberg has turned down the 3 points and opting to go for that line-out. That set piece, they believe, something in their wheelhouse. Wouldn't have been surprised to have seen a South African scrum there. Talking of which, we've had two new props on for France. Jean-Baptiste Gross and Dorian Aldegheri coming on for the men in blue, looking to try and stabilise a scrum that has got away from them today. An area that's been working pretty well for them has been this maul department. Looks like South Africa worked on the issues, though, and got that ball out. And a wide pass all the way out then to Kurtley Arendse, and somehow getting that pass away all the way to Damien Valemsa. Well, they've played the width of the field there somehow, and they're still managing to get on the charger this time as Jasper Wiese on the crash ball again. He's so dangerous. Close. What a pass! I've never seen anything like it. That must be a good 30-metre pass at this point, and France have been caught absolutely napping. Magic being thrown out there, and if there's one man who deserves today to get across that try line, it is that man there, Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu. What a pass by Kobus Reinach. Is inhuman how far he threw that. That was like a bullet travelling through the air, but does manage to make it work. And on comes Marnie Libok then, on for South Africa. Looks like Sasha Feinberg staying on the field to take this kick. It looks like Damien Valemsa is going off, so we can assume either Marnie Libok or Sasha Feinberg will switch back to cover that fullback position as over the kick goes. Converting his own try, takes that 7 points, and South Africa getting off to the start they will have wanted in this second half. Puts them out to a 14-0 lead. Just 10 minutes into this second half. South Africa have looked like something special today. As a long kick downfield then into the arms of Sia Khaleesi, gets that bump off tackle, and Kobus Reinach thinks he's seen room out the back and just letting it roll there. Thomas Ramos just got nothing to get on the end of it, and the players coming over to desperately question what's going on with the referee, as they are struggling to find a foothold in this game. As Julien Marchand then steps up for the line out, going long this time, working well. Another enormous pass coming in there. And Thomas Ramos managing to find a bit of room in that South African defence. Once again, they'll play deep once again as Through goes. Louis Bielbiaré, one-on-one then with the fullback, getting a great chop tackle coming in there. What an enormous collision. Marnie Libok stepping up for that fullback cover now, and has worked for him. Julien Marchand on the charge. The big man still going, marching their way up towards this South Africa 22. They know they need to answer back with something very, very quickly, as Roman Entamack won't get away from Cheslin Colby in off his wing. As this man there is Damien Penaud, won't run through that brick wall. That is Jesse Creel in defence. A brutal player to try and get past, and still on the go then. Oscar Fiku trying to snipe through the middle of two players. The offload getting out to Ramos, who will get over. The ref wants to check something. It might be that last pass as to whether or not it was forward. Oh no, it looks like they're checking the grounding. The grounding looks absolutely fine. I did question whether or not that final pass to Ramos actually might have been forward out of the hands, but the grounding looks good to me, and the ref will award the try. And France answer back with a try of their own, and similar to the other end of the field with Sasha's kick, Ramos now has to try and step up under a lot of pressure. Some similarities here to the feeling at the World Cup. Cheslin Colby's moved out to the wing, looking potentially for that charge down. This is an area both of them have been into before. And it's a pressured kick here for Ramos. Long way to go. Oh, he's managed to curl it round back on the outside, and it will go over. Making up for that charge down kick from the World Cup 2 years ago. And France are back within 7. South Africa to restart. Long, down the middle of the park, into the arms end of Julien Marchand, taking it in comfortably. Under no pressure there, and Ntamack trying something different this time. A little kick over the top there of... Oh, not going to be an easy catch there for Kurt Lorenz. Just had to let that one bounce out. And it's a decent exit for France out of their own 22. They know they cannot afford to be pinned down. They need to be playing this game in the right areas of the field today. The South Africa go long over the arms of the French jumpers, and Lou Diaga, ever dependable in that lock department, and Ryan Ackle with an absolute bullet pass into try scorer. Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu has got it away to Marnie Libok. Still got that outside pass. Great support line coming in by Damien Dialende. France rushing to try and get over that ball as much as possible, but still breaking through the line is Eben Etzebeth this time. Might be a bit isolated. Julien Marchand trying to get over the ball. Good support work coming in and hitting that gap once again. Damien Dialende managing to find that gap. They've marched all the way up to the French 22. And still going. Oh, that inside pass. Oh, Thomas Ramos ready for it this time. Managing to get that interception. Oh, Galficou is on the outside here of a couple of players. And he does have support from Louis Bielbiaré. And he's got pace on that outside wing. Little grubber kick through and collects it. Cheslin Colby rushing back like a madman to cover this one. And France have marched all the way up towards this South African 22. Short ball, nowhere to go. For France at the minute, they just rush in. Oh, great off the line. It's Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu once again. He's after that Man of the Match award. And it wouldn't be the first time in a Springbok jersey. He has been absolutely everywhere today. And France just looking to try and probe their way through the line. That's an enormous collision between Julien Marchand and Sia Khaleesi in the midfield there. Or a loose pass. Might have gone forward. The ref has allowed this one to play on. Looked like that went forwards out of the hand, but France being allowed to continue here as Deporter wrapped up now by the Springbok skipper. And France struggling to find anywhere through the Springboks defence at the minute. Oh, as through goes Julien Marchand out on his own. Robin Ntamack leaving the man to die on the ground there. Slow ball for France. Still trying to find a gap there. Oh, as Galficou nearly getting on the outside. Marnie Libok manages to get there, and oh, and over the ball goes Thomas du Toit. Looking to make up for maybe that earlier mistake where Thibaut Flamand was able to get his try. Cobus Reinach's off for the kick. This is an enormous decision with not long left on the clock. 80 minutes has now hit. The win is off the cards for France. The draw might still be on as France go on the charge. Julien Marchand, one-on-one, smashes his way through, and he's still going all the way to the line. The referee checking something again here with the TMO. I'm not sure what this one's for. They're checking that grounding again over on this side. Julien Marchand blowing through Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu. It's his first mistake of the day, and as that goes, one missed tackle against a tough man that is Julien Marchand. Is a tough, tough ask. And in the 82nd minute, France managing to get over that whitewash. Well, we said this could be a close scoring game. Ramos could make this one level. And just how close would this one have been? Stepping up for the conversion. All sorts of pressure. Home crowd ringing around his ears. It's a big... Oh, well, it's an incredible slice. I've never seen someone of Ramos's caliber. I can't imagine has ever had a kick like that. The pressure's got to him in inhuman ways, apparently. And the kick slices at a 45-degree angle. Maybe he saw Cheslin Colby breathing down his neck. And just an unbelievable way to end this one. Well, what a game It was 6 tries in this one. South Africa taking this win, 21 points to 19. All down to that one bizarre conversion that is the way Rugby 25 works in this game. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this one though, guys. Do let me know down in the comment section if you think this could be a similar result to something we could be seeing on the weekend. Do you think South Africa could win by more? Do you think France will get the win at home? Let me know down in the comment section, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.